So we're going to dive into news first in Iraq. More than $1 billion CBI sales in 4 days. Of course, they were closed on Wednesday. They ran auction 4 days, a total of $1,067,584,729 US dollars, or an average of about $291 million a day on the auction. They were working through. So yeah, we did still have foreign currency auctions. All eyes are going to be on Monday to see if they continue or do not continue. My two pieces of rumor tell is we've got one bond contact that has been moved up. He's being asked to travel and be in place in 2 days instead of a week in 2 days. So he has been moved up. That is in Zurich specifically. Hopefully that means something is happening much faster than expected for them. The only other rumors I have are continuing chatter coming out of the Indian nations here in the States to be prepared that it is imminent. A little bit of a warm and fuzzy, but not much meat to it in my book. Encouraging, but nothing I can really like hang on to and go, ha 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 ha, here it is. It is happening. I am still I'm going into day 2 with no response out of my redemption contact / wealth management contact. So I'm still digging on that one. I'm going to take that as good news because that is very unusual. I don't think I've ever gone dark on that one for this long. How much money do they have to buy dinar back? Well, constantly, every time they sell oil, they get more in the millions and billions. Where are they at? Like 4.5 million barrels a day or something, which adds up to a lot of money. They can keep buying. All right, let's keep going with news out of Iraq. That's on the auctions. The State of Law Coalition denies there. We're seeing some crazy rumors back and forth now. State of Law, which is the party of Maliki. Maliki says he agrees that they do not have an intention of forming an armed faction called Sons of the State. Sons of the State's job would be to make certain ISIS never returns. Maliki saying, hey, we don't need that. This is weird, but seeing Maliki in the news always throws me off a little. Saying, hey, no, the government's doing this job, the military, the police. We don't need any militias like we used to in the past in order to keep peace. We have official organizations now. So this one surprised me because we're getting some rumors back and forth. He's done this, he's not done that. You talk. So they're trying to set the record straight. It makes me wonder who is sowing the rumors right now in Iraq. I assume it's on purpose, just like we saw in Kuwait right before the reset. I guess that's where I'm going with with even bringing up those news stories. The yo-yo ping pong they're playing right now is very interesting and very reminiscent of 1991. Parliamentary finance, financial digital transformation will eliminate corruption and money laundering. They're paving the road. They're laying the groundwork to be able to say, hey, we can go ahead and change this value. The world can quit worrying about money laundering because we don't deal in that volume of cash anymore. Now that we are digital and up to speed and modernized in our banking system, people can stop worrying about these things. This is important before they revalue that they can say these things. So when I see these stories, why waste the time even printing stories like that? They obviously want us to know that they are becoming safe and stable. Those were some of the key tenets in order to revalue. This is also part of their white reforms that they are doing in order to raise the value of their currency. So they are moving along lockstep, just like they said they would.
Tom Seeloff on X. On Sunday, March 24th, 1991, the Central Bank of Kuwait reinstated the dinar, setting a new exchange rate of 1 KWD per $3.47 USD, significantly increasing its value compared to the pre-invasion rate. It happened suddenly. This was posted on RV Highlights, December 27, 2024. Is closer than ever. By New Year's Eve, XLM will be pegged to $1, just as promised. This is the turning point. The bridge between decentralized finance and global stability starts now. Load up your wallets. Prepare for the peg. 2025 will be stellar. And Wolverine posted this. No email or call that comes to you should ask you for money, account numbers, or personal information such as full names, identification numbers, full address, etc. Remember that this email is for an appointment with an authorized bank, and only they, the banks, can request that information in person, not by phone, not by WhatsApp, not by Telegram, not by call, not by normal message, not by email. And most importantly, when you receive your appointment through your email, just total silence. Do not comment on it in this chat or any other. And this was a post by Majid on X, forwarded from A to Z, Dream Z. This amazing smart man, Kevin, just threw a card and I picked it up. Tomorrow, Sunday, my time, Iraq will have the last auction. On Monday, they would need a transaction to be held, but since the auction will be done by 29th Sunday, then Monday morning, the banks has to be officially on Forex to hold the transactions. LFGGGG. Kevin J. Monangai. We're effectively looking at the following, in my opinion, bro. 1. Auctions end 29th December 24. Auctions stop. Transition to dinar as the primary currency. Monday morning. We will know soon enough. And Wolverine's posted, I've had many conference calls and they all said that we're about to go anytime right now. And many are pointing to the 1st and 2nd of January 2025. My colleagues have said to tell you guys that this will be the last time I will be promoting the Yellow Dragon bonds, as they feel that we are about to go any day. The Yellow Dragon bonds are one of the most valuable assets in the RV, as they are worth millions, if not billions, as per Mark Z. If anyone is interested in acquiring one or more, please send me a private message and I'll send you the information on how to acquire one. Costs about 2,000 Australian dollars, and it's very legit. I'm not sure how many in the group, but there is the top whale, the head of the group. He's been in it for about 20 years, and the box has been sealed. The Dragon bonds have been authenticated, and they have a lawyer managing this platform. So, yeah. And he also posted, we are going to prepare for the big day. When it comes through, I want all of you to celebrate. When I get the phone call, you will all know when I make the announcement. And Mike Barra has commented, information coming from multiple directions. I am as optimistic as I have ever been. Pay attention to Wolvie and TNT Tony's post. Gina and I will see you on Monday morning. And Wolverine's just commented, probably from TNT's Tony's audio, but it wasn't forwarded to the Chosen One's Telegram. Never mind. So he's commented here, the green light has been given once again and bankers have a window. TNT Tony. Oh, let's hope. It's got to be done before the end of the year. Has to be done before the end of the year. Forwarded from Southern Boy on the Chosen One's Telegram. I don't know where he got this, where he sourced this from. The central bank strategy implemented in 2024 to reform the banking sector depends on restructuring, developing and classifying banks and increasing their capitals to the ceiling set by the central bank according to the specified time frames. This will lead to raising the capabilities of our banks to provide the best banking products and services to customers. The economy, investment and development, and moving towards comprehensive digital transformation and compliance with international standards, and helps lift the restrictions imposed on our banks. Therefore, it can be said that one of the most prominent achievements in the banking reform process in 2024 is that 97% of foreign transfers are made at the official exchange rate, and work is underway to to facilitate foreign transfers for small traders and to identify speculators' plans to harm the Iraqi economy. An inflation rate of 3.7% has also been maintained while controlling the general price level and maintaining a foreign exchange reserve and 153 tons of gold at a rate of 140% to cover imports and local currency in circulation and provide the necessary liquidity to meet the needs of the Ministry of Finance to implement the government's operating budget. This is from the CBI website, because Bish Bosh, I know Southern Boy, only sends videos from the CBI website, so I would say it will be that. This was forwarded from RV Highlights. Please take note, all currencies and bonds will be verified at your appointment. If you hold more than 3 boxes of anything, it might take them up to 3 or 4 weeks to verify your holdings. Only those with massive amounts of boxes will have to have certification, authentication, and register them with the Treasury Department prior to your interview day. All bonds and currency must be in hand at your appointment. They will not accept any digital currency or SKR notes, as those are handled through groups. You will need to look to your group for any type of payment that is promised to you. These papers you were given after your purchase do not mean that you are guaranteed anything, as there is a lot of scammers that lied and promoted in order to take your money in one way or another, then sent you these types of so-called documents that have a long disclaimer removing themselves from any liability, but you were unaware of this until after you sent the money. Most SKRs that some have received are not legal documents by a legitimate active law firm, fiduciary, but were just people hiding behind dormant companies. Some are not lawyers or no longer practicing lawyers, and some are just sketchy bond sellers or frauds. Research all names involved with your purchases and take care of it while you still can keep all information. An SKR, Safekeeping Receipt, is a document issued by banks or financial institutions to certify that they are holding assets, e.g. cash, precious metals or other valuables, on behalf of a client. The exact appearance of an SKR form can vary depending on the issuing institution, but it typically includes the following key details: institution name and address, the name and contact information of the issuing bank or depository, client information, details of the client for whom the assets are being held, asset description, detailed information about the assets, such as type, quantity, and value, receipt number, a unique identifier for the SKR, terms and conditions, any conditions under which the SKR is issued, authorized signatures from the issuing institution's representatives, date of issuance, the date the SKR was created. This is a post by Dinar Revaluation. Uncertainty over the 2025 budget. Parliament. We don't know anything about it yet. 27th December. Uncertainty over the 2025 budget. Parliament. We don't know anything about it yet. Baghdad today. Baghdad Member of Parliament Ahmed Al-Shamani explained today, Thursday 27th December 26, that Parliament does not know anything about the 2025 budget schedules, suggesting that the government is deliberately delaying sending it. Al-Shamani said in an interview with Baghdad today, according to the financial management law, the budget or its schedules must reach the House of Representatives at the end of the month, 10th of each year, and any delay in doing so is considered a legal violation, especially since this violation has been repeated for many years. He explained that the 2025 budget tables are not known to the House of Representatives so far, and the delay in sending them is a violation and there is no specific date for sending those tables. Al Shamani added, perhaps the government will link sending the tables with amending the law proposed in Parliament, and this will delay sending the tables for a long time due to disagreements over the origin of the amendment. MP Jawad Al-Yazari confirmed on December 19, 2024 that political differences over amending the budget law will delay voting on the 2025 budget schedules, indicating that the Iraqi government is waiting for Parliament to amend the budget law so that it can send it the schedules for 2025 according to the amendments. It is noteworthy that Member of Parliament Mustafa Al-Karawi announced on December 8, 2024, the postponement of the second reading of the amendment to the General Budget Law until after the legislative holiday. Forwarded from Dinar Revaluation. Ariel. This was RV update by Ariel, 28th December. Reiterates something. If $3.22 in 1980 was equivalent to $12.34, that's an increase, a 283% increase due to inflation 12 years ago when Dr. Shabibi first brought this up. If the exchange rate reflects the cumulative inflation from 1980 to now, Iraq cannot simply restore their currency to pre-2003 levels without adjusting for inflation over those decades. The baseline value of the dinar must reflect the erosion of the dollar's purchasing power over time, which suggests that a direct reinstatement at older rates would undervalue Iraq's economic position. If $3.22 in 1980 is now $12.34, applying a similar inflation multiplier around 3.8 times to the pre-2003 exchange rate of 1 IQD to $3.22 would place the new rate between $12 and $16 per IQD. However, geopolitical factors, resource control, oil, and economic growth could justify rates exceeding even $16 per IQD to reflect Iraq's current reserves and output. Do you know what that means if you just have only 100,000 IQD? That is at least 1.6 million. People, this is just basic economics, not throwing some dream rates out there for a dopamine fix. Just something to think about. J posted on X. Iraq has been directly international all of 2024. I knew that the CBI had a plan and that this needed to happen first before Iraq could make any changes to the rate. So here we are at the end of 2024 and many have attacked me like I have some control over the CBI's plan. I don't. I have just shared their plan, not mine. The CBI said, quote, 4th September 2024 or September 4th, during the year 2024 until now, 95% of the transfer process imports from the electronic platform to the correspondent banking mechanism directly between it and Iraqi banks has been achieved, which means that only 5% of it remains within the platform, which will be transferred using the same mechanism before the end of this year, and according to the planned CPIN post by the end of 2024. So if you knew that this was a planned event to happen at the end of 2024, you would not have fallen for the guru clickbaiters BS like they told you almost every week that it was going to RV. I can't imagine why someone would put people through that psychological hell, but they did. But I did not, because I knew this was a planned event. John Dowling shared this post. 1 USD buys VND 1272.52, and then he comments, bear in mind folks, the dong still hasn't changed against the dollar, but what the Forex Coinbase chart shows is that once the dinar flips, the dong and every other currency will be set up on the XRP crypto platform to revalue, and that everything is now in place to move. Now this is interesting. This was forwarded from Dana, posted on the Chosen Ones Telegram. Hey Wolvie, this guy in New South Wales seemed to have worked out how to access our CSTQV estates. I think others would love to hear what he has to say. It's your birth certificate, so I'll put the link in the description. It's a Rumble channel. It goes for about over 14 minutes. This was shared from Peter Walker on Telegram. Message from a banker. A very useful tip while withdrawing funds from an ATM. Press cancel button twice before inserting the card. If anyone has set up the keypad to steal your PIN code, this will cancel the setup. Please make it a habit and part of every transaction that you make. Please share with family and friends whom you care. It's a bit difficult if these scammers have put something over the machine though. Just saying. And Majid has posted on X, forwarded by A2Z. Here is a summary for this week for the digital payment system showing their readiness to go. 1. The CBI told exchange companies that they can get licenses for using digital payment service providers such as Asia Pay needs forex rate. On Tuesday, the CBI announced launching 1 instant payment, 2 bank cards, 3 digital gateway, those the new mechanisms. On Thursday, CBI sponsored first annual celebration for bankers and the people who printed notes. 2. CBI told exchange companies to hurry up and file their papers to get licensed to use digital service providers ASAP, and anyone daily their filing will be left behind. 3. International Development Bank introduced electronic payment in Iraq. On Friday, the Finance Committee member said the new digital payment service will protect the economy from corruption and money laundering. 2. PM met with HOR Speaker and said it's time to integrate our work, meaning it is time to implement. Majid post on X, 11:12 PM, December 28, 2024. Pick 1. The HOR Legislative Authority approved HCL compensate Kurdistan through SOMO Oil Company on December 5th. Pick 2. Approval from the HOR paper said it shall take effect as soon as it gets published on the Gazette. Not published yet. Pick 3. The PM met with HOR Speaker and said the importance of cooperation between the Executive PM and Legislative HOR Honourable authorities and integration in their work, meaning they are ready to cooperate with the Prime Minister, will give the green light for it to be published on the Gazette after it was already approved by HOR, and it is time for it to go on. LFG. So he's commented, the letter I posted today from the Parliament saying the 3 years budget and HCL approved and became a law had this picture with it. The law shall take effect from the date of its publication in the official Gazette. It is done. Until it's published on the Gazette, Golden Age, LFG. Article 2. This law shall take effect from the date of its publication in the official Gazette. Justifications to appoint an international technical consultancy body specialized in calculating the indicative technical costs to ensure the successful implementation of development projects within a specific period. This is to maintain the quality of the projects and optimize the utilization of financial allocations while keeping pace with global technical and technological developments. Attention and the importance of cooperation between the executive and legislative authorities and integration in their work, in addition to working to legislative laws that support government programs to improve the economic and living conditions of citizens. Legislative authority is the House of Representatives. The executive authority is the Prime Minister. It's time for them to integrate their work. It is time. Get ready. PM meeting with House of Representatives Speaker today, in addition to working to legislate laws that support. It's all done. Posted by F. peruse 71. It's all done. I's are dotted, T's are crossed, ink is dry. Now we wait for the announcement. And for anyone who tells you we've been here before, no, we have not. Not with all the accomplishment in banking, census, corruption cleanup, foreign investors, ports being built and opened, HCL, on and on. So we have not been primed to go like we are right now. Thanks, Majid and brothers, for cranking these articles out 24/7 minus a little sleep. It's time to remember, never ever let anyone or any circumstance cause you to think you are limited in your power as a creator. Your inner state and your perspective both significantly contribute to the co-creation of our shared reality field. Most people are still programmed to envision a reality based on what they're told to see. But this isn't how it has to be for you anymore. It's time to wake up to your power even more. Instead of seeing what you're told to see, train yourself to see it transforming into the beautiful world your heart desires. You matter in this. It's time to envision the world you want to see. Then go and be the change you want to see.